Hey mamas, it's Kristen Noel, founder of the Intuitive Divorce, and I'm popping on here straight after another powerful, moving, beautiful class in our group container. And I wanted to pop in here because I often notice themes that pop up, whether it is in my individual sessions or it's in those really juicy chats that we have in community and in connection, where there's a lot of reflection, where we're keeping it raw and real and we're showing up and reflecting and processing and holding space for one another because moms going through divorce need a place. They need a place where they are safe to let it flow. And that's not something you want to do in front of your kids. That's definitely not something you want to do with your soon to be ex. And it may just not be something you want to share with the public or your community or your coworkers or even your family members. So it's important that you do have a space where you feel safe. And what we're digging into today were three constructs that seem to be coming up a lot: self-doubt, mixed emotions, and buying time. Or mixed emotions, another way of saying that would be mixed feelings. Self-doubt is often code for fear. Mixed feelings really often code for contradictions. And buying time often code for stalling. And this comes up over and over again in different scenarios because let's face it, it's a lot. And oftentimes, a mom will take a step forward in her divorce and three steps back because she gets triggered, because she gets a disappointing result, because she is afraid of the future and the overwhelm, and it's unknown. So, where do our default settings often take us? Into worst case scenarios. So, we just unpacked that a lot today. And it was really amazing to kind of just see it and workshop it in various scenarios. And we have a mom who recently took the bold step of telling her husband she wanted a divorce. And it took a lot of courage and a lot of strategizing and a lot of love to do this in a way that she would feel good about. And when she finally did it, then, she sort of pressed pause on it, and her husband started to love bomb her. And here comes the self-doubt. Here comes the mixed feelings. Here comes the stalling. All normal reactions. But what's really important is what you do with those feelings when they pop up. And this is where moms need support. So there's no like get quick fixes or right or wrong answers. There are only your answers. But what you do want to learn to do is get clear and get calm and be able to discern what is the truth here. And there can be a both and. I can want to divorce. No, I need to divorce. No, I don't want to stay in this. And care about how I do it and care about your feelings and not want to hurt someone. But that is not reason enough to stay. So it is really important to develop strategies and to have tools so that you can sit in the discomfort of it and sort of process it and allow your intuition to emerge. I'll tell you another story about a mom who this week really dug into writing a letter. Now, I oftentimes will encourage someone to write a letter to either to themselves or to their spouse, even if they're not going to send it. And most of the time they don't, because the process in itself is remarkable. So in this case, this mom was going to write a letter about all the things she needed. And as she was writing it, and I'm going to tell you something, she dug in and it started to pour out. And as she was writing it and she was expressing what she needed, first of all, just declaring that she had needs and really trying to convey this to her husband, a lot was pouring out. And then it started to make her feel really conflicted, like, oh my God, well, like, what if? What if he could do this? What if he could give me this? What if? Okay, fine. So she sat with that. And that actually started to make her pause and think maybe differently. Now, pausing or buying time, you have to ask yourself, am I doing this because this is discerning? Because obviously, if I'm going to have a big conversation with someone, I want there to be a certain setup. Or is this just fear wrapping itself around my ankles, keeping me anchored someplace that I don't want to be? So, as she went through this really powerful process and lots of feelings came up, lots of tears, she got all of this out on paper. What it is she needed, what it is she wanted, what it is she hoped for, what it is she dreamed of. And while that came out, there were tears. There was like sentimental pinings and longings and wishes and hopes. And it kind of stopped her in her tracks for a moment. She also read it out loud, which is a very powerful thing to do because you actually hear yourself. The cells of your body hear you, respond to it, react to it. And she shared it with me. And I was really impressed with how long this letter was, how in depth it was. And for a moment, I just paused and thought, you know what? I don't know which way this is going to go. Is she going to give this letter to her husband? And is he going to be able to meet this? And is she going to put pause on the divorce? I didn't know. And you know what? I'm not an advocate of divorce. I'm an advocate first and foremost of healthy relationship and healthy relationship to self. So she sat with this, but you know what happened? Very quickly, she got her answer. Now, this, I just want to give you a little context. This was a mom who actually didn't really want to get into all the feelings. Kind of thought like, look, I want to get into the strategy. I want to talk about the co-parenting. I want to talk about the finances. I don't really want to get into all the feelings, but there's no way to bypass that. And meanwhile, here she was really committing to this. And by committing to this exercise for herself, number one, she was telling herself, I matter. My needs matter. My feelings matter. My dreams, my hopes, my wishes, all of it matters. How I move through my life matters. How I mother. And very, very quickly, she got her answer and she realized he can never do this for me. He didn't do this for me in my marriage. He's not going to be able to do it for me now. I don't trust him. I want to believe that this is possible, but I know in my heart it's not. And the question is, now what? And even though that was a painful realization, she quickly got her answer and she was able to take next steps. And she was able to move beyond that and she was able to pivot. And the reason this is so important is that she ended up erasing the self-doubt because she explored it. It's like, okay, self-doubt, I see you. You're here. Let's talk. Sit down. Let's unpack it. Because when I unpack it, I'm going to get my answer. And when the mixed feelings come up, which are really my contradictions, I'm going to work through those too. And I know this sounds like a lot of work, and it actually isn't, because the more you allow your voice to rise up, the quicker you're going to hear your answers and the quicker you're going to pivot. So I just wanted to pop on here to share that with you because you can't bypass the feelings. Your feelings are meant to be felt. And if they're rising up, you're ready to see them. Maybe you've had some patterns and some old behaviors where you have pushed them to the side, you have bypassed them, you've stayed really busy, but it's also why you're here in this divorce. This is why you're either curious about it or you're already in the messy middle because you know you are changing the rules of engagement because you can no longer deny this. And how you show up for this, how you show up for yourself will determine the condition that you're in for getting your kids through it, for making solid, clear, grounded decisions that are aligned with who you are, how you want to be in this world, how you want to mother, how you want to be a friend, how you want to be a coworker, how you just want to be and feel in your precious life. So I hope that this has just given you a little nudge, a little encouragement to explore your own feelings in whatever way resonates with you. Maybe that's writing a letter. Maybe it's just sitting and writing a list of pros and cons. Maybe it's just asking your questions. Where am I feeling self-doubt? Where am I feeling contradictions or mixed feelings? Just explore them. Don't run from them. Don't try to hide from them because they're not going anywhere. So, just wanted to leave you with that today. And I want you to know that you are not alone. You do not have to isolate yourself. It's one of the things that I love so much about the Intuitive Divorce Inner Circle. And this is our group coaching container. This provides community for mothers to come together in shared experience and to really help one another, and most of all, to be heard. And this is how we process and how we move through things and we grow and we become. So I would just encourage you, if you are not in our realm of the intuitive divorce, hop on over to our website, intuitivedivorce.com. Make sure you're on our newsletter list. We're constantly putting out great, newsletters, tips, strategies, programs. We have an app. We're on social media, Intuitive Divorce. Get into this community. Get into our Facebook group. Get into these chats. Don't suffer in silence. And more than anything, please allow yourself to feel what needs to be felt and what you're ready to feel. You might not like it right now, but if it's here, you're ready. I'm just going to leave you with that today. So, hope to see you soon and hope this helped. And also know that if you go over to intuitivedivorce.com, you can book a free call with us and we can explore if there's a way we can help you and if it's a good match and if you'd like to be a part of our community. So, I leave you with this today.